Welcome to my channel, Value Old Coins. Today videos is one you won't to miss. We're diving into the world of coins, so let's get it started. The 1968 Washington quarter carries forward the classic design by John Flanagan, featuring George Washington on the obverse with the Liberty, "In God We Trust," and the date, 1968. Depending on welcome to my channel, Value Old Coins. Today videos is one you won't to miss. We're diving into the world of coins, so let's get it started. Mint. Philadelphia, no mint mark. Denver, D. Or San Francisco, S. Proof only. The presence and placement of mint marks vary. On the reverse, you'll find the iconic bald eagle with wings spread, clutching arrows and olive branches, a potent symbol of strength and peace. The legends, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and $quarter complete the design. Specifications and composition. Copper nickel clad, 75% copper, 25% nickel, encasing a copper core, transitioning. Fully from silver to clad coinage as directed by the 1965 Coinage Act. Weight, approximately 5.67 grams diameter, around 24.3 mm edge, reeded. Mintage figures and mint variants, Philadelphia, no mint mark. 220,731,500 coins minted. Denver, D mint mark. 101,534,000 coins. San Francisco, S proof only. 3,041,506 struck exclusively as proof coins. Value and rarity. Overview circulated examples, all mints. Generally trade close to face value, between roughly 0.30, 0.855, uncirculated mint state values. Philadelphia, MS62, very affordable, approx. 4 MS66. 35 Malma S67, potentially worth up to $3,758. Rare MS68 famously sold for $9,400 at a Heritage Auctions event in 2013. Denver, MS65. 10 Mass 67, 50 Mal Mass 68, typically valued between $1,100,560, with one example, fetching $8813 at auction. Proof coins, S mint, standard proofs, 1035 cameo, deep cameo in high grades, PF69 decam, can fetch up to $2,075. Error. Varieties and premiums collectors also watch for minting errors, which may significantly boost value. Double die errors, often observed in legends or design features, are highly collectible. Off-center. Strikes may fetch between 5,200 plusers, depending on severity, e.g., how much of the design is missing. Summary in context. The 1968 Washington quarter is an emblematic coin that marks the early clad era. While the vast majority remains simple, face value relics of everyday use, the real numismatic interest lies in well-preserved, high-grade, or error examples. Philadelphia issues offer volume and affordability, with potential for surprising premiums at top grades. Denver issues, though fewer, can be scarce at high mint states and exceedingly rare in top-condition examples. San Francisco proofs remain popular among collectors, especially those with cameo or deep cameo finishes. Errors like double dies or off-center strikes, though uncommon, can be unexpectedly valuable. Would you like to explore grading techniques, compare side-by-side images of the different mints or proof finishes, or delve deeper into researching potential errors? Let me know. I can expand further or tailor the info to your interests. The obverse showcases a left-facing portrait of George Washington, the first U.S. president, designed by John Flanagan. It includes the legends "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date, 1989, with the Denver mint mark D located just behind his hair ribbon. On the reverse, a powerful bald eagle spreads its wings, clutching arrows and olive branches, a symbol of defense and peace. Surrounding engravings are United States of America, e pluribus unum, and $quarter. Item specifications are as follows. Composition: copper nickel clad, outer layers of 91.67% copper, 8.33% nickel over a copper core. Weight, approximately 5.67 grams diameter, roughly 24.3 mm. Reeded thickness, about 1.75 mm. Mintage in circulation with 896,535 on 97 pieces, minted at the Denver facility. The 1989 D quarter was produced in the highest quantity among all U.S. quarters of that year. Its extensive circulation renders it a common date within the Washington quarter series. Market value and collector grades. Here's how value varies by condition. General circulated condition. Typically worth only face value, and $0.25, occasionally reaching up to $1 in higher quality examples. Uncirculated, mint state grades, MS60, MS65. Generally range between $1 to $20, MS66, typically valued around $25–46 in many catalogs. MS67, see a significant premium, averaging $375 to $625. One auctioned for $764 in 2020. Catalog examples. USA. Coin book estimates uncirculated specimens at 8.07 to 8.55 plus. Coin Trackers puts high mint state values up to $4.55 plus, though this is conservative compared to other sources. AppMex lists values from $2 AUF up to $306 MS67. Error, varieties and premium specimens. Though the Denver quarter is a standard business issue, errors such as double die varieties or planchet anomalies can boost interest among collectors. One eBay listing featured a double die error on In God We Trust for $20, while a missing clad layer, off-metal variant, was listed around $2,300. Summary. The 1989 D Washington quarter is a widely circulated standard issue, known for its iconic inscriptions and robust availability. In everyday condition, it's typically worth just face value. However, high-grade uncirculated specimens, MS66, MS67 plus, hold collectible value, particularly in top certified grades, where prices can climb into the hundreds of dollars. Additionally, notable mint errors can attract premium prices depending on rarity and demand. Would you like to explore grading tips, error spotting guides, or side-by-side comparisons of different years or mint marks? Let me know. I'm here to dive deeper. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, not as a regular circulating coin, but originally to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, born in 1732. Prior to this, the Standing Liberty quarter was in circulation from 1916 to 1930. The idea behind the new quarter was both commemorative and functional. The U.S. Treasury and the American people wanted a lasting tribute to the nation's first president, while also keeping the coin in daily economic use. The Washington quarter became a permanent design due to its popularity and functionality. Over the decades, it has evolved through several material changes, minor design tweaks, and minting marks, but the core image of Washington has remained, a steadfast symbol of American currency. The 1985 Washington quarter, composition and production. The 1985 Washington quarter was part of the series minted from 1965 to 1998, when quarters were made from cupronickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel over a pure copper core. This clad composition replaced the 90% silver content used before 1965, which was phased out as silver prices rose and coin hoarding became common. In 1985, no quarters were struck for collectors, i.e., no proof sets or special editions from San Francisco using the S mint mark were released, and only standard circulation strikes were produced at the Denver, D, and Philadelphia, P, mints. The coin you referenced carries the D mint mark, meaning it was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities responsible for striking U.S. coinage. A total of over 519 million quarters were struck at the Denver Mint alone in 1985, reflecting the coin's widespread daily use in American commerce. While not rare in itself, The coin holds historical, collectible, and numismatic interest, particularly when found in high-grade uncirculated condition or with certain die varieties or errors. Design details. Obverse, front of the coin. Obverse, front of the 1985 quarter displays a left-facing profile of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan, based on a 1785 bust created by Jean-Antoine Houdon. This portrait has endured through most of the coin's life, symbolizing strength, leadership, and dignity. Above Washington's head is the word liberty, a central tenet of American democracy and a reminder of the values on which the United States was founded. Below his profile is the minting year, 1985, and to the left is the motto, "In God We Trust." The latter has been part of U.S. coinage since the Civil War and was officially mandated on all coins by the 1950s. This phrase reflects the nation's religious and moral foundation, though its use continues to be a subject of debate and constitutional discourse. Just to the right of Washington's ponytail is the mint mark D, which is small but crucial to identifying the origin of the coin. Reverse back of the coin, national, symbols and unity. The reverse of the Washington quarter is rich in national symbolism. It features an American bald eagle perched on a bundle of arrows, with its wings spread majestically. The arrows symbolize America's readiness to defend itself and its ideals, while the olive branches below the arrows represent a commitment to peace. The eagle's upright posture and spread wings convey power and vigilance. At the top of the coin is the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, which translates to out of many, one. This historic motto reflects the unity of the states forming one nation. It was first adopted in 1782 for the Great Seal of the United States and has since become a core identity marker of American ideals, emphasizing unity despite diversity in origin, culture, and geography. Encircling the top of the reverse are the words United States of America, and at the bottom, the denomination $quarter, signifying that this coin is worth 1/4 of a U.S. dollar. Symbolism. A national identity, the coin's visual elements are steeped in historical and ideological symbolism. The eagle, an emblem of the nation since the late 18th century, was chosen for its majestic appearance and powerful image. Combined with the olive branch and arrows, it conveys the nuanced stance of a country dedicated to peace but ready for conflict if necessary. The phrase, "In God We Trust," first appeared on the 2-cent coin in 1864 and gradually made its way onto all U.S. currency. By 1956, it was declared the official motto of the United States. On the quarter, it's a testament to the spiritual heritage of the country, though its presence also evokes discussions about the separation of church and state. A pluribus unum represents not just political union, but also cultural and ethnic pluralism, a cornerstone of the American experience. As the U.S. grew through immigration and expansion, this motto helped reinforce the idea that despite differences, the people could still be united under one government and shared ideals. Minting process and circulation context in 1985 by 1985, the U.S. Mint had fully transitioned to modernized high-speed coin production processes. The Denver Mint, located in Colorado, was a major player in producing circulating coinage. The mint used steel dies to stamp blank planchets, metal discs, into fully minted coins with the designs we recognize. Quality control varied, especially during high-volume years like 1985, which is why collectors sometimes find misstruck coins or minor errors, including double strikes, off-center images, or die cracks. Economically, 1985 was part of the Reagan era, a time marked by conservative fiscal policies, Cold War tensions, and significant cultural shifts. The use of coins was still a vital part of daily commerce, though the rise of digital systems was on the horizon. The quarter, with its practicality and durability, remained one of the most circulated coins, used in vending machines, parking meters, payphones, and more. Collectability and numismatic value. Most 1985D quarters are common and hold only face value if they've been heavily circulated. However, collectors seek out uncirculated or mint-state coins, especially those graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. In high grades, these coins can fetch anywhere from a few dollars to over $20 depending on condition and demand. Certain die varieties, such as coins with double dies, where the design appears to have been stamped twice, or rare striking errors, can dramatically increase a coin's value. These are not easy to find and require expert authentication, but they add intrigue and excitement for collectors hunting for anomalies. Cultural and educational relevance. The Washington quarter continues to serve as an educational artifact. For educators and students, it's a gateway into learning about American history, currency design, and national values. For numismatists, coin collectors, the 1985 quarter is a window into the minting standards and economic patterns of the late 20th century. Moreover, coins like this serve as daily reminders of America's history and ideals, often taken for granted, yet rich with meaning. A person handling a quarter may not stop to think about its symbolism, but behind its small size lies a vast amount of intentional design, patriotism, and craftsmanship. Legacy of the Washington Quarter. The 1985 Washington Quarter is a continuation of a long legacy. This version of the quarter was used up until 1998, when the U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program in 1999, featuring designs celebrating each state. Despite these later changes, the foundational elements, such as Washington's portrait and the inscriptions like "In God We Trust" and "E Pluribus Unum," remained rooted in the coin's identity. Today, older quarters like the 1985D piece are still in circulation, though less frequently found due to wear and hoarding by collectors. They reflect a moment in time when the coin was both a tool of commerce and a vessel for the country's enduring values. If you have the actual coin and want to check its potential value or get more details like error types or grading guides, I can walk you through that too. Just let me know.